Off the field, he's one of the nicest guys in the NFL. But between the lines on Sunday, it's a totally different story. It's crunch time with Cardinals defensive end Calais Campbell. Brought to you by Gateway Airport, where it's just plain easy. Here's Brad Sesmat.
Every week, Calais Campbell joins us. Crunch Time with Calais is brought to you by Gateway Airport. Gateway Airport, it is just plain easy. The press conference to introduce Bruce Arians as head coach will be at 1 o'clock. Calais joins us for a couple of minutes. You're on your way to the inauguration in Washington, D.C., is that right?
Yes, sir.
I'll get to the coaching stuff in a second. What made you want to go to the inauguration there, Calais?
And it was just something that I felt like was like a rare thing you can do and enjoy it. I'm taking my mom with me. And, it's not every day that you get to go see a president get sworn in, somebody I, believe in and, think he help our country. So it's kind of cool just to go to D.C. and just, see that happen.
That's very cool. It's very cool. Let's get to the serious stuff now. You want to start with Ray Horton not being back or Bruce Arians as coach? Let's start with Coach Horton. What is your reaction, Ray Horton not being back with this team?
I didn't know that was a possibility. I mean, I thought his WD coordinator is not coming back at all.
He's not coming back at all.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a big loss. I mean, I think he did a lot for this team and helping us get to where we need to be. So him not being around is a huge loss because I think that our defense really played well the last couple of years under his command. And, he really helped me become a better player. So that's a big loss.
You don't sound, you didn't know the news, right?
I didn't know that. I heard yesterday that we got a new coach and it wasn't Coach Horton. It was the offensive coordinator from the Colts. And I'm like, okay, he's supposed to be real good in offense, so that's cool. And I hope that he leads us to where we need to be. But I didn't hear that Coach Horton wasn't coming back.
And so Todd Bowles is the name that is being mentioned now. And this will be what, your third defensive coordinator?
This is my fourth.
Fourth defensive coordinator. Well, just take me through how tough that is when you have to adjust. And I don't know if it's going to be Todd Bowles or not. That's the name that is out there as we speak right now. It could be somebody else. But just knowing that you're going to have another defensive coordinator to learn a system under.
It's a process. That's one of those things where you have to, really, you just have to put a lot of time and effort into learning the playbook and learning terminology and, how he wants things done. So it's hard work. It's going to be challenging, and it kind of sucks that you have to do that every couple of years to learn something new. I wish we could have some, the same system for a long time and grow to be good at it. But, it is what it is. And, it's part of the game. I guess you got to just make the best of whatever you're given and go out there and do your job the best way you can. Crunch
Time with Calais Campbell brought to you by Gateway Airport. Gateway Airport, it is just plain easy. Calais joins us every week on the show. Brad Sesmat, Extra Sports 910, pros2preps.com. How do you think this news is going to go over with the rest of your defensive teammates? Ray Horton.
Yeah, that's tough because he's, a great coach, and I think everybody on the defense wanted him to get the head coaching job. I mean, most of the guys I talked to at least. So it's one of those things where, it kind of sucks, but, that's part of the game. I think most people in this league, even the young guys understand that it's a business and they understand how things work. And, when you kind of got to just make the best out of whatever situation you give and control what you can control. So it's one of those things where you got to just, figure it out and, and put everything we have behind, our new coaches and make the best out of it.
If they change scheme on you, how does that sit with you?
It's the same thing, Yeah. You really can't whatever they do, I got to make it work. I got to make them look good. So, I'm going to do my best to make it work. But, it's just a big loss because Coach Horton, we're comfortable and we understood what he wanted. And I think we were producing what he wanted, time and time again. So, having a new coach come in, whoever maybe, we got to try to do the same thing. But, it's a big challenge. But if we just continue to act as professionals, and we'll figure it out.
What do you know about Bruce Arians? He's going to be named the head coach in about 35 minutes. What do you know about your new coach?
Not much, to tell you the truth. I just know that he took over with the Colts when their head coach was sick for a while, and he did a pretty good job. So, that's a big deal, for him to be able to step in and, continue to coach the team very well and lead them. I think they won 6, 7 games during that span, so that's not bad. So I'm pretty sure he's an awesome coach.
Calais Campbell with us, Crunch Time with Calais every week. Heading to the inauguration on a day where he finds out Ray Horton is not returning and Bruce Arians will be the new coach. Let's shift gears over to the playoff games. You've been on the Baltimore bandwagon. I think it's more the Ray Lewis bandwagon. but you said from the very beginning that of the playoffs that you liked Baltimore because you felt that Ray Lewis could do something to that team. It's pretty evident that there's some truth to that. Do you like Baltimore to beat New England Sunday?
Yeah, that's a big pick, and I don't think a lot of people agree with that pick because New England is just such a great team. But I think there's something about, being in that championship game and knowing that you're just one game away from the Super Bowl. It allows you to play at a higher level. It allows you to play the best you can play. It just gives you that motivation you need. And I think that, that team respects Ray Lewis so much, and they want to send him out on top, and that's one of those things that, just brings more motivation to playing your A game and making every play you have to win the game. So I think that, they are going to beat the Patriots, which is a big, bold
Oh, my
statement.
gosh. Come on. That's a 9.5-point spread. Are you kidding me?
Hey, what was the spread when they played Denver, though?
Oh, I'll give you that, but doesn't this train run out at some point? Don't you hit a wall? Nice story all the way through, but Joe Flacco, okay, seriously, because you played New England earlier this year and you guys were able to come away with a victory. It's Tom Brady at home. Flacco needs protection to make it happen. I will give you this. Torrey Smith has been spectacular here recently alongside of Anquan. So I'll give you that one, but seriously.
Last year the teams weren't too different. The teams are very similar as they are now.
All right.
And Baltimore literally missed a field goal and dropped a wide open touchdown pass that could have won the game from last year. So, I'm not really, I'm not shying away from Baltimore being able to beat the Patriots. The Patriots are a great team, probably one of the best, to ever play, in the span of Bill Belichick and, Tom Brady, But I just feel like it's going to be tough to beat Baltimore right now, the way they're playing, if they continue, just ride that high of, that Ray Lewis going out on top.
Well, okay, so then let's go over the 49ers and Atlanta game. Now, the Niners are favored by 4.5 points. You play both these teams this season. Give me this one.
What makes this game so exciting is, it's going to be, you got two teams that can both run the ball very well and throw the ball very well, and two teams that play defense at a high level. Now, Atlanta's defense, I don't think is as good as the 49ers, but what Atlanta does well is they get turnovers. And if Atlanta can get turnovers in this game, I think it'd be tough to beat them. But San Fran, if they just control the ball and you get that quarterback running the way he ran last week, I think, it's hard for anybody to beat him if the quarterback can run for 180 yards.
Yeah, but you hate the 49ers, so you can't
I
pick
do hate
them.
the 49ers.
Yeah, I know you do. I mean, you've said it on the show. You hate them. So how can you pick them? You're picking with your heart rather than your head.
No. I'm not even picking the 49ers. I'm just...
Oh, you're not? Oh, 2 upsets this weekend. 49ers are favored by 4.5, Calais.
But the thing about it is when you're at home and they're making the other team the favorite in your house, that's just more motivation.
Yeah.
I remember when we were in the playoffs and we had the home game against Atlanta, and we were the underdog, and that was just so much motivation for us. And then they did a lot of trash talking about how it's a bye week and whatever else, and it just motivated us so much stronger for us to go out there and play. I think we beat them down pretty easy. But when people disrespect you, and they call you the underdog at home when you did nothing but win time and time again. They went 13-3 this year, right? They didn't lose too many games at all, especially at home. So I think that just gives you more motivation to go out there and play at a high level. And I wouldn't be surprised if they, beat down the 49ers a little bit.
Okay, before I let you go, I want to go back one last time on this Ray Horton deal because I'm just wondering, do you think that getting your players on that side of the ball, that the defense, there's going to need to be some splaining to you guys? You can say we're going to be professionals and do what we have to do, but as well-revered as Ray Horton was, there's going to have to be a little bit more than some explaining on this one, I would think, for you guys to accept what's going to happen here.
You know, it's tough because, I mean, I don't understand the reason why he had to leave. I mean, I don't know if it was just because, the new coach wanted to bring his own guy in, or I don't know what the reason may have been. But, I mean, it's nice to, understand the reasoning. But, in reality, no matter what the reasoning is, I got to play football. I mean, it's still my job to go out there and play, and so, I mean, I respect Coach Horton, and I wish him well wherever he ends up. And, it was a pleasure playing for him. And I hope that, he becomes a head coach sooner than later. But I mean, my situation is I got to, make the best out of whatever comes. And so whoever our new coach is, I'm going to try to, understand what he wants me to do and do it to the best of my ability.
Hey, do you have good seats for the inauguration? I mean, how close are you to Barack and Michelle?
I don't think we're that close, but, a couple of cool parties that we might get a chance to meet them at. So, that'll be a cool opportunity for me, but it's just cool to be there.
I'll talk to you next week. Appreciate the time. Thanks.
Looking forward to it. Take it easy.
You got it, Calais. Crunch Time with Calais.